What is up, my friends? Jesse with Just Man Sports Card. Have another PSA review for you. All four sports again. Some more 90s, more modern, good mix. So, Greg Maddox, this is the Fusion. Sterling. Sterling is the blue version. Fusion is the base. You can see there how it's die cut or punched out, or however you want to describe that. These are out of 500. So I've now graded. You can see the white there, so I definitely deserved a 7. I sent in 2 of these. For a while, the rock odds were really cheap, and I was kind of picking them up as that was the thing, and then it doesn't take too many people to change the market, and it wasn't long before they had like doubled just the raw cards. I don't think people realize how hard they are to grade, so we'll see. Greg Maddox, Gallery of Heroes, 98. I think this is the first year for baseball. Can't remember. So these are acetate too. Very cool. So, like I've said before, I do collect the little Maddox. Bonds, if you buy this raw and you grade it, you basically need it to 10 to make it worth your grading costs. I graded these at $15, the $15 special. So these are pretty cool too. See if I can. It's kind of hard to capture, but basically you hold these up to a light and it looks like a furnace. So they did an awesome job in '97 being very creative. I think that's why people give Panini or Pupini a hard time. I don't have any beef with them, but it's just interesting how the card designs are sometimes better from the 90s. Platinum, Moises Alou. These are out of 50, I believe. Yeah, so 7's not great, but these don't pop up much, so it's kind of, if you want the card, then Griffey. I was buying Griffey heavy 3 to 4 years ago, and I've kind of laid off the baseball just because basketball and football are more my thing. But a 10's a win on any card. I'm gonna have to, my grimy fingers, man, had to come from me. So members only. I've talked about these before on the channel. Pretty awesome looking cards. High risers. He's in the high risers. Pretty stacked set of Hall of Famers. Need to say members only. These are probably twice as rare. Chipping on the back is very common. So I can tell you this is a gorgeous 7. Sometimes you'll get chipping where it's embossed. There's no chipping there, and then there's really not much surface. So this is like one to me. You could crack it, and 1 out of 3 times you would get an 8. Obviously, that's why I sent it. So I sent. Let's see. I sent 5 in. I sent 8 in, and they min-sized 3. So 4 7s. Man, that's a gorgeous 7. I don't know what the hell they're. I mean, that. Can you see that? A little bit of white. I guess that does it. 8. You can see a little bit in the white. I mean, to me, those 7s and 8s don't look drastically different. It's Jordan, so it's still worth grading. You just got to watch what you pay for raw. I paid strong for raw because those are rare cards. Let's see in the stack. Sorry, but I graded 2 of these. This is the lower grade. This is the plus. Insane pack odds. There's like not many of these graded. You get chipping. That's what you see. The Jordan's just the base card is getting close down my range, but then the plus is just nuclear. So this is one of Iverson's rarest rookie cards. These are cool cards. Collector Choice, Gold Signature. Some of them it's harder to tell on the gold, but then on the ones where it's all, let me see if, apologies on, there we try to get the lighting a little better. There you can tell it's like really gold. Yeah. Monkeying around with it. Anyways, gorgeous hands and gorgeous cards in hand, one per box. So it'd take you like 200 boxes to pull the Stockton. The ones with the gold border are much more popular. If it doesn't have the gold border, they're not as popular. Really condition sensitive on the front. You'll see scratches and stuff. So in eights, I got this at a Sacramento card show, or the Rockland one actually. I think I paid $10 raw for it, and then plus grading. So that was a win. Next one's a head scratcher. A 4. I obviously would not have sent this if I thought I was going to get a 4. And I mean, a 4 should be like just screaming obvious. See that? It's lifted there. I don't know what the hell that is. So maybe I missed that. I can't. I don't know. I'm going to crack this because I don't think it's a 4. And then I'll do another video on it. But we can look at this closer. And it's like lifted a little bit, but not sure. I don't believe it's a 4. I'll probably send it in again just out of spite, and we'll see. So stay tuned for that video. I picked this up in the East Bay. Was it the East Bay card show? No, it wasn't the East Bay. It was when I went towards San Francisco. I can't remember which one. 8. It had some surface scratches, so an 8's probably fair. Sometimes these go cheaper than I think they should. And the Akeem just went cheap. I was bidding for it, but I kind of lost track of time. And so Mitch Richmond, he's popular around here. Got this at the Sacramento card show. I forget how much I had, a $9.99. Chris Jones starting to heat up. He signed a 2 or 3 year deal with the Chiefs. So they're looking to three-peat. See if they can get it done. I'm a Chiefs fan from Missouri. I'll have to look for this. I cracked this. They gave it a 7 the first time. You can tell it's acetate and it's got surface scratches. So like after I cracked it, I was like, shit, they were right to give it a 7. I was like, I shouldn't have cracked it, but so if it would have came back at 7 again, I wouldn't have been surprised. So an 8, I'm completely okay with. I picked this up 3-4 years ago. I've had that card for a while. DK, Signature Auto. I was picking up good stuff for a while. Gallery of Heroes. These are the clear acetates. Falk, one of the best to ever do it. 9 out of 10. Edwin James. These aren't too hard to grade. I'd say like 1 out of 3 that you get in is gradable. So if you grade a lot of cards, it's at 33% submission, where you can cement the card, isn't that bad, especially on something from the early 2000s. Peyton Manning. I think this is the only Peyton I've ever bought, and then it got a 10, so that's cool. The backs, yeah. You really need to have these cards in the sunshine to do them justice. I picked these up probably around Christmas time, so 4 months ago, something like that. I just felt like Jokic was having another MVP season, and I just had a feeling that they could repeat. So I was like, the Mojo Prism is probably one of my favorite inserts of modern Prism. I just really like the design on it, and they're numbered out of 25. I bought these all from the same seller, so and I think it was an overseas seller, so that I went. It took like 2 to 3 days to work out the deal, but just because I wanted to combine the shipping. The prismatic is kind of funny, and I'll show you why here in a second. I got a 10. You have to let me know what it's out of 25 because it's Mojo. And then the fireworks from 2019. So I kind of like the fireworks design better on the 2021. And maybe the picture better too. You have to let me know. Do you like 19 or 2021 better? And then I like the prismatic. Why the prismatic is funny is because I bought some of the prismatic fast breaks. These just have like the circles or the disco dots or whatever you want to call them. And I was buying those, and I got 2 9s. I got an 8. So on the rarest card, I got the best grade, and all I can tell is like, because I know I would have looked these cards over really well, is it's just a little off center, top to bottom, and then left to right. You can see it's more to the right, and I would say it's a little more to the bottom. So, but to me, that is like picky. Like that's the only thing that's wrong with the card, and it's an 8. And then on the 9s, I think they're a little better top to bottom, but still left to right. So what I should have done, and I'm just not as used to messing with modern cards, but this is what I should have whipped out. And you can see it's 6 centimeters there, and it's, what is that? That's about 6 there. Roughly maybe 5 to the P. So what would you consider that? If it's 6 centimeters on one side and 5 on the other? Because people talk like 60-40. And like sometimes when they're like 60-40, I'm not completely sure what they mean. So you can tell it's off up there too from. So just interesting that I did got better grades on. But yeah, I've been picking up Jokic. And this is before it looked like it's becoming more and more obvious that they might repeat. The West is going to be tough here. I'm definitely excited for the finals to start here very, very soon. I have a vacation plan. Thankfully, I'm going to be back from my vacation so I can bunker down. But for this video, that's all I got. More to come, like I said, and stay tuned.